Hi, my name is Jane Powell. Welcome to Community Connections, brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. This is a show showcasing community involvement where we're going to have fun today. We're going to learn about the arts. My guest is Renee Margocee, Executive Director of Tamarack Foundation for the Arts. Renee, I'm so glad you're here today.
Thank you for having me, Jane.
Thanks. I'm an art lover. I think most of us are, so I can't wait to hear about what you're doing and how you're helping artists grow. So tell me a little bit about Tamarack Foundation.
Well, the Tamarack Foundation for the Arts is an organization that is designed to help with specific arts business skill set development so that artists learn how to make a living from their creativity.
Right. No, we don't want hungry artists. That is an old stereotype that needs to go away.
Exactly.
So Tamarack Foundation for the Arts is helping artists learn the skills. I know you've had classes in bookkeeping and accounting and just all sorts of things, networking and publicity to help them grow. And I love that so much. And it is a statewide program, is that right?
It is. We are serving artists living in every county. Yeah. And the thing about our professional development opportunities is they are specifically designed for artists. So rather than just meeting with an accountant and going through how to work an Intuit program for your bookkeeping,
right,
it is more specific, and it's designed to help support those working in the arts develop things that might not be in their normal repertoire.
Oh, right. Yes, right brain, left brain, so
yes.
to speak. Yes, I understand that. And you're an artist yourself. Pottery, ceramic, right? So you kind of can relate to the artist and also the leader, because you've been at Tamarack a long time now.
Yeah, I've been here for 7 years.
Yeah.
And it's a real privilege and honor. In 1995, I moved to Elkins and opened up my first studio. And I had a business mentor while there, Max Armentrout. And I remember him asking me if he could see my books so he could tell me if I was making a profit or not. And I remember a little excited, a little embarrassed laughter going on there because my books were kept in a shoebox and it was receipts. So I definitely understand how difficult it can be actually to even step into that and acknowledge it. So it was a little embarrassing, but he did help me understand how to track and figure out my profitability.
Oh, good. Just like you're helping others.
Yes.
That's right. And one of the ways that you're doing that and so much more is through your fellowship program. Tell me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So we're in our 5th year. It is the Creative Entrepreneur Fellowship, and we put a call out. We receive applications from all over West Virginia, and it's so exciting to connect with people who are interested in staying here and making their communities a more livable, vibrant space and place to be. And we work together over the course of a year. And again, back to the professional development, we offer lots of different kinds of support. So we work with someone from Columbus, Minerva Arts Financial, and she is an accountant who, again, is accustomed to working with artists. So she works with them over the course of a year. There are monthly meetups. We also work with a professor from North Carolina, and she helps with figuring out different ways to diversify their incomes and to identify their starring role and what the support roles are to keep their artwork happening and the food in the refrigerator.
That's wonderful. So mentors in lots of different areas, and then it's a year-long program. Tell me some success stories.
Oh my gosh, there's so many, but 2 come to mind. I'm really proud of a fellow from our first year. Her name is Hannah Linhart, and Hannah is a ceramic artist living in Fairmont. She recently bought a storefront in downtown Fairmont, and she has been busy renovating it, and it will provide her a space to have classes, to teach classes, a gallery space for her to do direct sales, and then also just a place where a community can come together and learn about clay.
Wow.
It's really, really, her work is fabulous. So I have every confidence in her success.
Me too.
And our last year's fellow, Emily Prentice, is living in Elkins. She's a multimedia artist. It's really hard to pin her down. She does so many different things. But she just opened a shop in downtown Elkins called Mycelium. And again, it is a place where lots of different activities are happening. So she sells art supplies, but then also she hosts art making. We were just up with the fellows in Elkins this past weekend, and there was a poetry reading in her space. So she's just opening her space to a lot of different creatives. And one of our main goals is to create community within the arts world. And with the fellowship, we travel with the fellows across West Virginia, introducing them to different venues and other artists so that they can learn from people who have already anchored themselves a little more in their in the business side of things.
Well, and I may be going a little off track here, but you have monthly lunch and learns that help with that as well, don't you?
Absolutely. So that is a Facebook event. It is free to those who are in our West Virginia Creative Network, and the West Virginia Creative Network is a subsection on our website, tamarackfoundation.org, where artists can list three examples of their work, a picture of themselves, and a link to how those looking to buy art in West Virginia can contact that particular artist. So within the network, if you are a member, it's free. If not, we ask for a $5 donation. Our Lunch and Learns happen on the third Wednesday of every month, right at noon. And our most recent speaker was Colleen Anderson. So we connect with artists and we showcase artists who have been working in this field for a long time, and they know a lot of tips and tricks to share, and also just to give a touchstone to those beginning so that they can figure out, oh, I can connect with a mentor, and when I'm struggling or having an issue, there's somebody I can talk to who will understand.
And don't we all need that? There's always that one person you call, like when you need a little pickup or some advice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really nice. And so I think you mentioned it, but let's just be clear. If I'm an artist and I'm interested in becoming involved with your website and with your organization, how do I do that?
Well, so visit the website. The West Virginia Creative Network is there's an application there. We want to represent artists everywhere. So it's a super friendly, easy to access platform, and we have someone who's just looking for the applications. Her name is Angelica Gillerin, and she will get in touch. She will work with the artists. There's a space for their artist statement. So those who do come to the website can find out a bit about where you are geographically, what your philosophy is about your art making, and what your art looks like. We would love to we have over 400 members now, and we just hope and plan to continue growing that to represent as many artists as possible.
And when we say artists, we do mean the person that has a brush and a canvas, but it means so much more than that. I think you have jewelry makers, and you have bakers.
Yes.
Potters, so it is artist is a broad word.
Absolutely, because really when we get into it, there's creativity in everything.
Yeah.
And we want to provide space to lift those stories up.
It's fabulous. And one way that you're kind of gaining some information from artists about what they need is through a survey that you're doing.
Right. Yes, we have a survey out, and there's some incentive prizes for those interested in looking into that. So we want to hear from the people we serve so that we can develop programming that is on point for them.
Okay, great. Now, does part of that learning and sharing of information, does that happen at I know you're planning a conference, kind of late summer, early fall.
Yes. So we will be in Parkersburg at the Parkersburg Art Center, and we're partnering with the Parkersburg Art Center, West Virginia University of Parkersburg, and the local CVB. It will be a 2-day takeover, and the coined term is piccalilli, and piccalilli is a peppery relish. So we will even have piccalilli for sale during the conference, but it is a place where we will do art making. There will be music on the street. There will be professional development tracks so that artists can learn how to address issues with their artist statement, or how to think about bookkeeping, and things of that nature.
Yeah, and so that is Piccalilli Conference. It's your second year doing it, right? It's in Parkersburg on September 14th and 15th.
Yes, and it's a fun time. That's a Thursday and a Friday, and then to help people stay and enjoy Parkersburg more, there's some outdoor activities happening that weekend, including rafting over to Blennerhassett Island.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of this wraps up your fellows. We've talked a lot about the fellows with a reception at Taylor's, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So yes, we'll be in the Annex Gallery at Taylor Books. On the opening night, we'll give every fellow a chance to discuss their work. We'll be streaming that live on Facebook, but we of course want people to come and see the work for themselves. But we're really excited about that.
So there is a lot going on. So in late August, August 26th through the 30th, there is the reception at Taylor Books where the fellows will showcase their work. And then a few weeks later, in September, is the Piccalilli Conference.
Right.
Right. And I'm sure that they can learn all about this through your newsletter.
Absolutely. We have an opportunity newsletter. To redirect you to the website again, that's how you would sign up to get the newsletter. And we have people combing opportunities across West Virginia so that artists who are interested in showing in galleries, or just knowing about things like Piccalilli or what's going on at the Beckley Art Center can have that access to that information with ease.
Right. And I just have to be selfish for just a moment and talk about two artists that the foundation has had a chance to work with and just had a great experience, Blake Wheeler and Nicole Westfall. So maybe you could share a little bit about what their projects are and how that worked.
Yeah, sure. So Blake and Nicole both were fellows from previous years, and it's always been my dream to help find a way to facilitate the fellows to go back into their community and work with the people who they know best and inspire other young artists. So thanks to the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation for funding mural projects, we were able to send Blake to the Lions Club, which is in Alum Creek, if you want to go see that mural for yourself. He went in and worked with young kids and just people from the community to do the base coat of the mural, and we're so proud of it, and we're so proud of him. He's a star, as is Nicole Westfall. Yeah. So with Nicole, she's from Clay County, and she went she has a mural at the Big Otter Medical Community Center, and it was really great for her to go back and to spend time in her community and to have that feeling of success, and that those who had supported her all these years can celebrate with her and enjoy her art, which is in a gazebo, a meditation gazebo. So when you go there, you're surrounded by her beautiful artwork.
And just to make another little tie-in with how arts is in every part of our lives, both of these projects happen in community parks that were funded through the Foundation's health program. So art's good for your soul.
Absolutely. And it was, I hope, the first of many times we can send fellows back into their communities to inspire.
Yeah. Renee, thank you so much. I want everyone to mark August 26th on their calendar to stop by Taylor's. And then for any other questions, visit the website. That's tamarackfoundation.org. Thank you so much for being here. We've learned so much about Tamarack Foundation for the Arts.
Well, it's been a pleasure, and thanks for having me.
Thanks. We'll see you next time.